Hi guys, have you thought about the possibility of how many pictures you can edit in just 1 hour? Yes, I mean when you can actually retouch a portrait in less than 3 minutes. Just imagine the world of possibility that is open up to you without any editing or retouching software. Probably you are a wedding photographer or you edit pictures in bulk. This can really be helpful. In just 3 steps, you have retouched your portrait. Without wasting your time, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to duplicate our layer just as if we are doing frequency separation. So you Control J or Command J to duplicate layer. The first one you want to name it color. Please try and name it so that when we are coming back to them, we always know what and which layer we are working with. And the second one, you want to name it texture. Yeah, texture. Then just turn off the texture layer and come to color. What you want to do on the color is we want to convert it to smart object. So you are going to right click on the layer here. You can find your convert to smart object right here, or you can come to your filter, convert to smart filter. So in these two places, you get either of the option. So I love using this part because I think it's faster for me. So just right click on the layer and convert to smart object. Then you come to your filter, come to blur. You are familiar with Gaussian blur. We are not using Gaussian blur. Come to surface blur. Come to surface blur. We want to increase our radius. Now let me quickly tell you something. You keep increasing the radius and threshold until a point that these are the places we will actually be working on, part of the faces that are rough. So until that point that you can't really see those blemishes again, then you stop. So we'll keep increasing our radius down to, okay, we're going 72. Okay, now let's adjust our threshold. Let's keep increasing. I don't want to waste your time, that's why I'm just kind of now. Okay, at around 106 you discover that we have a smooth skin. Yeah, if you observe something, if you look at the edges, you discover that there's a spill out on the edges. That's to tell you that this method is not actually, you have to be very careful with the edges. So please keep that at the back of your mind. So we want to click OK. If that is done, we want to create a new layer now, and just hold your Control Shift N, that's Command Shift N. So either one, if you are using Mac, then you want to rename this place to new texture, because we are going to create a new texture. Then make sure you change your mode to overlay and check on this fill with overlay neutral color 50% gray. Don't forget, please click OK. Then we are also going to convert this to smart object. So convert to smart object. Then we'll come back to our filter. Come to filter, come to we want to add noise. Remember I told you that we want to create a new texture. So we are going to use noise as a texture. Of course, when we blur it, it looks like a texture. So come to your noise, add noise. Now, if you keep adding noise, if you look at the image, once you keep adding your noise to around 25, you can see it on the portrait. It's becoming really obvious. So let's just see it around 24.9. Okay, this is okay. And please make sure it's set on uniform and it's set on monochromatic, because you don't want a colored skin texture. If you don't put it on monochromatic, it will be colored. You can see it right there. So once you put it on monochromatic, it becomes black and white, and that is perfect. Click OK. Then you come back to your filter once again. You come to your blur and come to Gaussian blur. So we'll keep increasing your blur. While we're doing that, let me quickly show you something. Let's zoom in into our portrait. You can see from here that the noise we added is just too sharp, and there's no way a skin will be as sharp as this. Even if we enhance, it looks unrealistic. So you come to your filter, come to your blur, come to your Gaussian blur, and we just blur out the noise so that it looks realistic. See, at 1.7 it looks realistic already. So we can just keep it maybe around 1.8 or 1.9. I think 1.9 is okay. We can always come back. It's on smart object. We can always come back and readjust these things if we don't like them. So click OK. Then the last thing we want to do is we come to our texture. Remember, this is our original texture. Don't forget, this is a new texture that we created, and this is our original texture. Then you check it on, and then we'll make sure we convert it also to smart objects. Please don't forget, every layer we're working with, we are converting them to smart objects. Why? So that we can come back. It's non-destructive. We can always come back and adjust whatsoever thing we've done. So you come to your filter, come to order, come to high pass. Then our high pass will keep taking it up until we get to a level that I think we are comfortable with the skin texture that we see. So around 2.12, I think I'm okay with 2.0. You can see I love this skin texture that I'm seeing right now here. It's just sweet, perfect. So click OK, then change your blend mode to linear light. Remember frequency separation, just like that. So boom, here we are. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to group all the 3 layers that we've done something on. So you just click on the first layer, hold your shift and click on the last layer, and then you drag into the group folder here, or you press Ctrl or Command G to make it group. And the next thing we want to do, once you have grouped it, the next thing you want to do is you want to hold your Alt option and click on mask so that it hides everything that we've done. Then the last thing, pick up your brush. Make sure you pick a soft round brush. Make sure your hardness, you can see soft, make sure your hardness is set to 0, your opacity at 100, and then your flow you want to set it at 25 or less than. In fact, let's use 20. Okay, 20, and then we just paint on those. Don't forget, please avoid the edges because this method not suitable for edges. Please don't forget. So we just paint on those parts we want to retouch. You can see just like that. Let me zoom in so that we see what we are doing. Just imagine. Okay, all right, see, just look at. All right, just see what we've done recently, before and after. You could see it's so smooth and in fact fast and easy, right? Yeah, easy. I know some of you might be thinking, why don't we just put our flow at 100 and just reduce the opacity? But I actually don't like it because most times the level of application of what we've done might varies depending on the part we are painting on. Like the texture I might want on this part that I'm painting right now might not be the same texture I want on the forehead. So because of that, I don't really like, for this particular method, switching it down to 100. So just let's work with our flow at 20. Remember, it's not all part of the face that we want to work on, so we just work on the part we want a little bit of blend, and boom, we are done. Let's see what we've done so far, before and after. You could see, just let me zoom in, before and after, before and after. So you could just take more time into painting on the face depending on how much time you have on you. But I tell you, in few minutes you are done. So just look at what we've been able to achieve from here. Look at before and after. Isn't that wonderful? Just in few minutes, before and after. And the beautiful thing about what we've done is that you can always come back to any of these layers and adjust anything. If you think, for instance, if you think the noise is not okay for you, you can always come back and click on the noise and just add. To add more texture, you can see the effect on it. But this is just too much. And if it's too much, you can always come back and reduce to anything that you want. You could imagine, that's just the beauty of converting to smart object. It's non-destructive and you can always come back and adjust anything that you want. And I know you will be thinking that, okay, we still have some of these pimple. If you want to remove them, why not? All you need to do is just create a merge layer, a merge visible layer, by holding your Ctrl Shift Alt E. Pick up your healing brush tool and just, in 30 seconds you are done removing some of the blemishes. Please, you want to be careful about some of the natural things on our face. You don't want to remove that. That's the boils down to your choice as well. If you want to remove it, why not? But I think I would advise not to remove them completely so that it looks very natural and realistic. Just look at it. This is beautiful. Let me show you once again. Let me group this all together, before and after, before and after. And my friends, that brings us to the end of the tutorial. If you observe one more thing, that I avoided all the edges. I actually avoided all the edges. Remember, It doesn't work well for edges. It doesn't work well for edges. Please don't forget that. But any other thing, I think you are good to go. That brings us to the end of the tutorial. If you have numbers of pictures that you want to retouch just like this, all you need to do is just create an action. I have a video on that already that you can watch, and how to create an action. Just create an action and start just applying the action and just paint on your portrait. Thank you for watching. See you in my next tutorial.